We literally got like the advertising maybe two weeks before it came out. I don't remember how long it was, but it wasn't that long. It was just like an article came like, hey, Borat, there's going to be a Borat 2 going on Amazon Prime, and it's going to be really politically driven.
So I remember seeing This Is America. Wait,
yeah.
Is that the
Who is America?
Okay, yeah, I always get those mixed up. I remember seeing Who is America, and I also remember a couple months ago seeing the Bluegrass Festival song. And I thought that was for a screening or the next season of Who is America.
Me too.
Come to find out, he had put together, a ton of really good stuff. I guess if I were going to say which one I like better right off the top, I feel like Borat 1 relied less on scripting. And now that he's as big as he is, they needed to work for the narrative and a lot more like bits that were rehearsed into it. And I feel like for me, that brought it down a little bit. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so what you're saying is what I was going to say. Like, I think that's the obvious question people ask before they go in this, which one's better? I'm going to say Borat 1 is better. Borat 1 is just one of my favorite comedies ever. I love it. I just love how unique it was. I like Bruno, not as much. I would say Borat 2 is about as good as Bruno because it has like, I don't know. I'm not even going to say it's better than Bruno. It probably is still in the same line because as you were saying, as a story goes, it makes more sense than Borat 1. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to hold up within time just because of like how centered of the topic it was. It might, because Borat, the first Borat you could watch 100 years from now. This one, they're going to be like, what? An election with a weirdo named Donald Trump? You know, they're going to be so past that. They're going to, you know, it's probably not going to be as funny as it is to us. I think a lot of the stuff was funny just because how current it was.
Well, and for you and I, like our politics align with a lot of this stuff, so it's enjoyable. I would imagine there are lots of people who are even more like middle of the road that are going to look at this and just be like, this is completely one-sided and preaching to the choir. And but that's Sacha Baron Cohen. I don't think it's a flaw of the movie, but I just feel like it's very much what the movie's about. It's not like South Park is really good at saying, look how dumb this group is and look how dumb this group is.
They check every box. You're absolutely right. But yeah, he does lean a little bit more left, a lot more left when it comes to his jokes. Who is America did a couple at the left, but I think he basically goes at the right way more.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and that's my thing, right? The thing about Giuliani, I almost bet you that you could have got any number of politicians in there, and if the girl that plays the daughter, the character's 15 or 16, the actress is like 25. Yeah. If she was coming on to you so directly in that situation, I think that's a man thing, not a political thing. Like Rudy Giuliani just did what any old dude would do.
You know, there's this debate of like he was taking his mic out, he wasn't taking his pants off. But if you listen again, she said, hey, do you want to meet me in the next room for a drink? If you know this woman's 15, regardless of you taking your mic off or not, it's very inappropriate to have a drink with an underage girl in a hotel room by yourself.
Yo, I gotta walk my whole last statement back. In that context, it's completely messed up. Yeah, you should be drinking with 15-year-old girls. I'm just thinking in my mind, not to justify this, but 20 years ago, like, and not the 15-year-old part, but the journalists coming on to you before we knew about Me Too and the power dynamic and all of that. I'm like, hey, yeah, he's an old pervert. Everybody's a pervert once they get old. Or, you know, like everybody's an old pervert once they get old because we're all perverts. Oh man, maybe it's just me. Oh, but dude,
believe it or not, though, that was a funny bit, but that wasn't even my favorite. Like, it was funny. But my favorite was obvious. I think the abortion one had me rolling. What do you think?
Bro,
that was
so funny. So funny. He's like, yeah, oh man, it's so funny. Basically, that Borat impregnated the daughter. They're trying to figure out what to do with it. That was a really good bit. I enjoyed that one a lot. That might have been my favorite. I thought the ballsiest one is when he went into the Republican convention dressed like Donald Trump.
Yes.
With his daughter thrown over his shoulder like, Michael Penis, I've got this girl to give you. You're like, what? And they didn't try to press charges on him. So I feel like he's like that level of celebrity that messing with him would cause more bad press than just leaving him be.
Yeah, for sure. So what are your thoughts on Okay, so we did talk about like how politically he's inclined to just go at one party, but what are your thoughts on, like, say if he did, me and you lean a little bit more left. So if he did come at the left a lot, really, really hard, wouldn't you laugh? Like, for the sake of comedy, you're a fan of comedy, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm a fan of like pointing out hypocrisy. That's one of the things I've always really liked about Sacha Baron Cohen. So I'm cool with that. Like, I like comedy that's biting and takes aim at everybody. Satire is the most potent when it can like reflect that mirror back onto society as a whole. And we only got part of the picture there, because for every QAnon conspiracy nut job, well, this is not a apples to apples even split comparison, because I can't think of the liberal equivalent of that, but like there are definitely a bunch of people who are so caught up in the status quo, the party line, that they don't question anything. They just accept it in the same way those two rednecks that Borat moved in with did. We're all being sold lies. I liked those guys. By the end of it, I was like, those dudes are all right.
They are. They had his back, man. Like, straight up. They went there like, yo, they helped him with the situation with his daughter. They were ready to like ride or die for that. Those are some real friends. I gotta say.
And he said he stayed in character for 5 days as Borat while he stayed with those dudes. He was in character the entire time. And he said it wasn't to ridicule them. The reason why he stayed with them wasn't to make fun of them. It was to show that, like, they're good people who have been fed garbage, you know, a diet of steady garbage and lies. And I think it did a good job of that.
I think so, too.
I really like the daughter, dude. Like, this is Borat's movie, but without her, I feel like a lot of it would have gotten extremely redundant. But bringing in this unfamiliar face and letting her kind of step into that role was genius, dude, because she's very funny, and she never tried to like steal the show from Sacha Baron Cohen. They were really good at improvising with each other.
You know, it's crazy. I might get some flack for this. I mean, you might not even agree with this. I kind of wish she was the main character, honestly. Like, I wouldn't have mind if, like, it was all about her. Like, he'll pop up once in a while to make a reference because, hey, I'm the dad. But if he would have, like, directed this movie or, like, written it and, like, coached her through all this, and it would have been, like, her story of the Borat's daughter doing the same stuff that she did, I think it would have been an even funnier movie if it was based around her, because you know how much women sexual assault, like in this Me Too movement stuff, you could have dealt with these jokes.
No, I 100% agree, man. I think that would be an interesting way to follow this up, because she isn't so recognizable right off the bat.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot more play that you can have with that character even now. But dude, of all of the things on that movie, the debutante ball was really funny. The whole Moonblood thing was hilarious. But it was what that father said to Borat that was probably the time that I like shuddered the most, because Borat's like, you know, my daughter's very attractive. How much would you pay for her for a night? And the guy's like, about $500. And then his daughter
said, you're fucking sick.
Leaned in and said, you're fucking disgusting. And I was like, damn, bro.
That's real though, man. But you know what? She stayed. Like, the daughter knows her dad's a piece of shit, but you know, he must be paying for some good shit. I mean, that's what he does. Especially I think this was also in a better, like, Who is America stuff, because Who is America does a good job doing a reflection of America and how fucked up we are in certain situations.
The candid reaction stuff more than I like the scripted stuff, and that's why I didn't like The Dictator, and I prefer Bruno and Borat to those are the Ollie G movie.
Absolutely, I agree. And I can't praise him enough, man. He's a legend when it comes to comedy, man. I don't think the Jackass Boys or anybody else that did prank things back in the day could do anything better than Sacha, man. He's gonna be a comedy legend till the day he dies, seriously. Unless we find out some crazy accusation, please don't.
Give it a couple days, it'll be out.
Help keep your brother out the streets. Subscribe to my dad's YouTube channel. Love, peace, and chicken.